What a year it's been for the restaurant industry. The world saw the coronavirus coming. The frightening viral infection that had appeared in China was all over the news. But it wasn't until March 2020 that the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic. That's when things got real for restaurants. At first, restaurant operators began to close their units voluntarily out of concern for both their workers and guests. Soon, stay-at-home orders were announced in cities and states across the country, along with social distancing guidelines, and restaurant dining rooms were shuttered. COVID impacted all businesses, but the restaurant industry, which fundamentally depends on human interaction, was among the hardest hit. Some restaurants decided to stay closed. Others pivoted to go all in on takeout and delivery, keeping their dining rooms dark. Across the country, guidelines for operations varied, and restaurant operators struggled to keep up. Outdoor dining became a must-have feature, and restaurant operators fashioned dining patios out of sidewalks, parking lots, and median strips. Meanwhile, federal lawmakers passed the $2 trillion CARES Act, creating the Paycheck Protection Program, offering loans that could be forgiven if the money was spent in part on payroll. Not without controversy, lawmakers spent months tweaking the program to make it more supportive to small businesses. Through the summer, the death toll climbed, particularly in states where restrictions had been lifted. Restaurant operators struggled to enforce mask mandates among guests. They battled insurance companies over denied claims, and they lobbied for caps on delivery fees. They installed expensive air filtration systems and takeout windows. They also got creative with meal kits, virtual brands available for delivery only and to-go cocktails, and many restaurants focused on supporting their communities. They created programs through which guests could buy meals for frontline workers or feed those in need. Trends that had begun before the pandemic took off. Restaurants invested their digital platforms, delivery options, and drive-thrus. It was a relative boom year for some limited service operators that had made investments in their off-premise business. Winter brought more pain for the industry, as outdoor dining became untenable in some regions and a spike in COVID rates led to stricter restrictions. The death toll passed the 500,000 milestone. The rise of COVID variants became a growing concern. More than 110,000 restaurants were estimated to have closed permanently, more than 2 million industry jobs lost. But with the new year came a new administration in Washington. President Joe Biden pledged to make vaccines widely available in his first 100 days. His $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan, signed into law on COVID's anniversary as a global pandemic, will bring nearly $29 billion in grants to the restaurant industry. It remains to be seen what year 2 of COVID will bring. Some say dining out will come roaring back due to pent-up demand. Others don't see a return to normalcy for years. But after this year of loss, there is hope.